Now we are going to discuss about what is the use of a static block in Java. So whenever you write some print statement in the main method, the program execution will start from the main method here. Okay, main method is a program driver. The execution will start from the main method. This is a general scenario. So now I will write one system.out.println statement here. So here, so I'm writing hello and from the main method. So here we have written one print statement. So whenever you execute this program, this particular statement will be executed. It will be printed on the console. If I write a static block inside this main method means what will happen? The static block will be executed first. So if you want to execute any mandatory related code, if you want to execute before you are executing your main method, if you want to set up any special code, if you want to execute any of the special scenario, then you can go for the static block here. Whatever the code you will write in the static inside the static block, that will be executed before the method executes. Okay, static block also can be used to declare your static variables inside your static block also. So if you write any of the code inside the static block, that will be executed before your main method executes.
Okay.
So the main advantage here is before you want to execute your main method, if you want to run any of the code, mandatory code, that you can place it into your static. So your static block will be executed first, then your main method will be executed. Wherever in an entire class, wherever you will write this code, this will be executed first here. Okay. So I will write one static block here. We'll run the code and we'll see. So this is a static block one I will write. Static block one. And the static block can also be used to declare your static variables. Suppose you are using any of the static variable inside your code, you want to declare those things inside the static block, that you can do. Okay, I have written one static block here. We will write one more static block here. So this is static block 2. This is static block 1. I will write one more static block here. It is 6 here. After the main method, I am writing. Okay, static block 3 I will. Okay, so if you execute this code, what will be the output? First, your static block 1 will be executed, then your static block 2 will be executed. Afterwards, it will execute static block 3, then it will go
Static block 3.
Yeah, then it will go for main method. So even though wherever you will write before the main method, after the main method, in anywhere if you write your static block means the static block will be executed first. Okay. So we'll see the output. Now we'll run this code and we'll see the output. Yeah. So now it is executing. If you see the console output here, so the first static block is executed, the second static block is executed next, third static block is executed. So the main method code is executed at last. If you see, in whatever the order I have written here, so I have written first two static blocks at first, then afterwards I have written main method, then afterwards I have written static block. So after the main method also I have written one static block, but whenever it is executing, it is giving the primary priority to execute your static block code. So whatever the code you want to execute before you want to execute your main method, that code you can place it into your static block. And static block also having one of the uses if you want to declare any of the variables, static variables inside your class. That
Static variable.
Yeah. Suppose I wanted a WebDriver or something, I wanted to declare here. I wanted to make it a static. So static, you can do any value, any value. Suppose I want static int of some account number is there, something, some values are there. Something, some x equal to 10 or something is there. So you can declare your static variables. There is no issue. Yeah. So if you want to declare any of the variables inside your static block, that is also you can do it. Okay? There is no issue with that. Okay, this is the use of the main generally that is the purpose of the static block. Static block is a block of code which will be executed before your main method executes. So in wherever in the entire program, wherever you would like, before the main method, after the main method, in somewhere you have written the static block means initially the static block only will be executed, then only afterwards the main method will be executed. Okay. So this is the usage of the static block main usage.